What a difference a day makes. It's going to be in the 80s today, but it's bright and sunny, and I don't know what all those clouds are in my gizmo because it's bright and sunny, and I'm very happy about that. Good morning. Thank you for joining me for coffee. It is a beautiful day in our neighborhood. I think Dennis might be mowing the front yard today because it needs it. I didn't work in the living room yesterday, so I will be doing that today. The things I should be doing around the house is starting to make quite the list, although of course I haven't written any of it down. Maybe I'll write it down. It's always nice to cross things off because I'm going to have to do them eventually, right? I ended up going shopping yesterday, which after me telling you I don't shop anymore, I went shopping because I have been watching these videos, these urban sketching videos on YouTube. You know how YouTube is. And I have been for a long time, as you know, interested in the pen and ink with white watercolor combination. Ink and wash, it's called. But I didn't have any permanent ink. I didn't have any pens where the ink was permanent. So I always had to put the ink on after. I had to paint first and put the ink on after. And I really wanted to be able to do an ink drawing and then paint over it or some combination. You know, I didn't want to worry about the timing of that. So I went and bought some permanent ink pens. And then I painted my iris. So this was the drawing, the sketch that I made. My first sketch. So then I did the outline in the pen, the outline of the iris that I ended up with, and then I erased all the pencil, and then I painted it. I didn't paint it, you know, exactly true to color or whatever. I added some lines that weren't there originally at the end because I could use my pen afterwards as well as before, so. Anyway, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. So I did a little painting yesterday. I did a little thinking and sketching. I did a quick sketch for the landscape from our inspiration picture. And but I have some picture frames that I'm thinking of using for montages or collages or collections of pictures on the wall. And so half of my normal block that I've been painting on, which is a 10 by 7, but the picture, the hole for the picture in the picture frame is 5 by 7. So I marked that paper off, you know, in half. It's on a block, so I didn't actually cut it. I just put tape. It seems kind of small. 5 by 7 seems a little small for a landscape, but I think I'm going to give it a try and see what I think about that. And I can do 2 tries on the same page. In fact, that's what I was thinking as I was waking up this morning. I'm like, I should just, you know, paint both sides kind of at the same time, you know. I mean, they won't come out the same even if I paint them at the same time. And trying to think about. Anyway, I thought I have 2 sides equally sized for the picture frames, so I might try that. It's a little weird idea. It may be too small for a landscape, I'm not sure. Maybe it'll all be botanicals or something in there, but this won't fit. This is too big, so So anyway, I was pretty happy with how that turned out. And I haven't painted in a while, so I was happy to be painting again. But I've been thinking and sketching. Preparing. I've also knitted on my boxy. I knitted on my boxy while I watched Christy's floss tube yesterday. She usually puts them up later in the day, late enough that I don't see them till Saturday, but she put it up earlier yesterday. And so so I watched it, and it was fun to watch her wearing her boxy that I made her while I was working on my boxy. It made me smile, I've got to say. And she was all cheery and perky and feeling good, and that made me smile too. So that's good. That's good. But she worked on her bookcase without me. So she finished May and I'm behind, but that's all right. I'll just work on it on Sunday with her like I always do and see where I get. I'm gonna get a new color today. I had the same color 2 days in a row again. But yesterday was a different color and today will be a different color. And if it gets hot enough, today might be a new color. Certainly tomorrow will be a new color. We're supposed to get in the 90s tomorrow. Yeah, crazy. But it's really lovely out here now. The sun, of course, is quite warm, but it's really lovely out here now. So I will be spending a bunch of time today on the deck because I haven't been able to be on the deck for the last few days. I was out for a few minutes last night, but it was at the bug time, so that wasn't good. So, yeah, I will be, and maybe I'll just be brave and bring my paints out here and just paint out here and see how it works. But, yeah, do some experimenting with my paints, see what I can do with a small landscape. So that's what I'm feeling like doing today. But I do want to clean the living room, and I have to start working on switching my clothes because my clothes are all the wrong season. My easily accessible clothes are all the wrong season. So, and it's time to start washing some sweaters that were in heavy rotation this winter. And there are a few that need to be washed, and even more that need to be cleaned, you know, so get them ready for next winter because I expect to have them in heavy rotation again next winter. I really loved wearing my sweaters every day this winter, and my handmade socks, so maybe I'll get the urge to work on my socks. All I have to do is heels and toes for 3 or 4 pairs of socks. So I could have socks relatively quickly if I need them. But I really loved wearing my sweaters all winter. I wore a sweater almost every day. I think the only days I didn't wear sweaters were days like I was going to pick sticks or do some heavy work that you know, I was afraid they'd get messed up. I don't do much heavy work, so I wore my sweaters almost every day. So anyway, so they need a little attention. My shawls are all bunched up. I have this ladder contraption that's like bathroom accessory, so that you could just lean a ladder against the wall and just hang towels on it without it. You don't have to, I mean, you can install it on the wall and that kind of stuff, but I have one of those ladders leaning in my bedroom, and I have all my shawls, you know, piled up on this, but they're not arranged nicely, and you know, I mean, I haven't knit a shawl. Well, I knit the shawl out of that beautiful Irish yarn that Lisa gave me, but I forget the name of that shawl. I'll have to go back and look it up. That was a very nice pattern. It was a one skein pattern. But I think that is the only shawl that I've knit in quite some time. I'm in the middle of a wrap by Andrea Mowry. The one I got mad about because it didn't have a schematic that showed where the buttonholes go. It's a giant rectangle that buttons, and you can button it all different ways. They have a video about how you can button it, so, which should go, well, maybe they don't have a video. I would have watched it and that would have helped me with the buttons. But anyway, so I have that I could think about finishing. I am literally almost halfway through because it's just gotten to the part where you put the buttonholes in and I was having trouble picturing it, and you know, I got aggravated and so I stopped. But anyway, so I haven't made shawls in quite a while, but I've been wearing shawls. I made the cowl for my Advent, which I've worn a lot. Anyway, my shawls and my cowls could use a blocking too, and more of a thought about where they can live for the summer. So, big plans. Meanwhile, I'm knitting on my boxy and enjoying it very much. And I painted yesterday. Yeah. But I did go to Michael's. And, you know, truth be told, my no-buy year isn't saving me any money since I'm buying art supplies. But I have enough paper, I have enough journals, I have enough paint, hopefully. I have the permanent ink markers, or pens. So maybe I can actually stop buying things for a while. It's not as easy as I thought it would be. But I'm not buying, you know, other things, really. I'm not buying yarn. I do find it easier to have a no-buy yarn year. You know, I don't have to go to the yarn shop, and I've unfollowed quite a few yarn dyers on Instagram. And yeah, and I have so much yarn. I have so much yarn, so I don't have any trouble shopping in my stash, you know, when I figure out what I want to make. So that's good. Yeah. But I am acquiring art supplies, I'm afraid, which was what I was trying to avoid. So I'm not giving up, but I'm not doing great in that area. So anyway, my plan today is to paint and to clean the living room. We had a lovely visit with Aura yesterday. We went over with the dogs. Maze beat her up a little bit. They get so excited when they see her, and Maze just jumped her. And we couldn't, you know. Anyway. So she got a scratch on her arm, which, you know, she's kind of used to. She has a cat who scratches her, and she has gotten cat scratch fever a couple of times, and so I made her a little kit. She has a little kit. She has a little pouch that has alcohol swabs and Neosporin and Band-Aids, so that as soon as her cat scratches her, she has everything right there. She can just, you know, first aid herself. So she had to do that last night for Maisie. She might have had Maisie scratch fever, so that was too bad. She's gonna have a bruise. But Maisie whapped me the other day when I came in from, I guess when I came back from the dentist. She was so excited, she just whapped me in the back of the leg, like, pay attention to me, cuddle me, you're home. And she's strong, she has big claws. I'm like, ah. She didn't jump on me though, so that was an improvement. She jumped on Aura. And we're, you know, she's 90 years old. She can't take that, so. We have to work on her for sure, and I am not sure how to do that, so maybe we need professional training help. We will be considering seeking that now that COVID is a little, you know, less of an issue. You don't feel so panicky to try to be with somebody you don't know. Anyway, we had a very nice visit with her, except for the fact that she had to doctor herself. Dennis fixed her light, her light bulb in her lamp post, and gave her some pointers on her phone so that she could do the things she wanted to do. She wanted to be able to take a picture and text it. And I think she can do that now, I hope. I hope she can. And then I painted and watched my videos. I haven't, other than Christy's floss tube and Leslie. And Leslie is getting to go away with friends to craft together. That'll be fun. I haven't watched hardly any knitting podcasts. I'm way behind on quite a few. I've been watching art videos, so whatever. But anyway, maybe I'll get my iris in a thumbnail if I show it to you again. I'll give a big smile. You know, I don't take my own thumbnails. I let YouTube do it. But I'm really happy with it. This turned out, I ended up making this a lot pinker than in life. They were very white, but I'm happy. I'm very happy with it. So I will be doing more ink and wash because now that I have the pens. So see how that goes, and I might go back to trying to do my little things so I can have so I can use my picture frames that I have and start putting things up. There you go. That's my plan. I hope you have a lovely day. I hope it's gorgeous where you are and life is good to you and things are calm. I hope you're well. Take good care of yourselves, please. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Stay safe and stay sane.